Melody Vasel's top 100 games of all time. Melody Vasel's top 100 games of all time.
Welcome to the Dice Tower.
Hi.
All right, today I'm here with Melody once again, and we are talking about Melody's top 100 games of all time. Today,
the best.
Whatever, which are from 80 to 71. So let's get started with number 80.
Number 8, for sale.
Number 80 is For Sale, which incidentally, looking at the list here, is also the People's Choice, number 80. And it's also on my list, and you'll see what number that is. For Sale is a game, an auction game, in which for the first half of the game, you are buying different properties that have a value from 1 to 30. In the second half, you use those properties to bid on different checks that are worth money from 0 to 15,000. I guess you can buy houses pretty cheap here. Why do you like For Sale?
I like For Sale because the art is really cool. Like, here's number 13 and 26. And the houses are pretty funny, like the outhouse and igloo.
That's where you're going to live.
No. I like how you buy the houses and then sell them. And it was a lot of fun to play with other people.
All right, there you go. For Sale.
Number 79, X the Merchant Mantra. That game.
Here we have Expedition Sumatra dice game, and I don't expect to see this on anyone else's list ever because I think they made maybe 100 copies of this game. It was a very small, limited number, but they knew that we liked Expedition Sumatra, which will show up later on Melody's list, and so they sent us the dice game. I actually like this game better than Expedition Sumatra, but basically in this game, it's kind of like a Yahtzee-style game, but you have a map that you will be connecting different things on this map to get points, and you have to roll special dice to do so. Why do you like it?
The rules look cool.
Okay. Why else do you like it?
I like the part where you use markers to color on the board, which was like my favorite part of the game. Also, rolling the dice, trying to move around, getting nets and other animals, and I like how you can use a boat or a truck, and also it's kind of you gotta try to get luck, and I like how there's different types of boards. It was really fun to scribble on the boards.
All right. Guess I should be worrying about my other games. Expedition Sumatra dice game.
Number 78, X Merchant Raka.
Expedition Sumatra!
And here we go. Right after the dice game, actually, I guess you like it a little bit better than the dice game. This is the larger board game. In this game, you are going to an island and you are trying to preserve animals by driving around and not necessarily capturing them, but I guess getting them to take to a preserve and running across all sorts of problems. It's kind of a puzzle game because you're turning the tiles and trying to figure out how you can get your truck or your boat to different spots to pick up the animals to load them to the boat. Why do you like this game?
I like this game because the moving around the tiles part, trying to connect the pieces to get to your boat or to get to a certain animal, that was pretty cool. I like how the truck pieces were kind of cute, moving them around. And the boats were, and the special missions on your boat, they're a lot of fun to try to accomplish, and sometimes my dad will take my animals.
All right. Yes, I would. And that is Expedition Sumatra, how to steal animals from other people.
Number 77, Hare and Tortoise.
Hare and Tortoise.
Here's a new game to Melody's list. This one is actually an old game. It's older than, it's 1985 this game came out in, which is, I think I was 7 at that point in time. But Hare and Tortoise is about a bunch of racing rabbits, and they have to use math to get from one spot to the other by paying a certain amount of carrots. And the farther you go, the more carrots you have to spend, and you have to you go backwards to get carrots. So you have to manage going backwards and going forwards to be the first one to get to the end. A lot of people like this game, although surprisingly enough, it's not on the people's top 100. But why do you like Hare and Tortoise?
I like Hare and Tortoise because I like the part where you have to be smart and try to see how you should manage your carrots. Like, should I move that many pieces but wait to get more carrots, or should I use a little bit of carrots and get more carrots along the way? I like the different colored rabbits trying to get to the finish line first. Too bad there's no tortoises in this game.
Well,
except on the board. But
well, they're on the board. Oh, well, yeah, but then we would know the tortoise would win. We've seen that a million times. All right. Well, anyway,
always win.
That's Hare and Tortoise.
Number 76, kerfuffle.
All right, the next game is Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle!
Kerfuffle is a game, which we don't have a copy of right here, but Kerfuffle is a game in which you're basically putting dice on a board that looks remarkably like a Scrabble board.
100 dice.
And you're trying to put, you're rolling dice each turn, and then you're trying to place those dice on the board to make straights or 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind, etc. Why do you like Kerfuffle?
I like Kerfuffle because I like the part where you're holding all your dice and then rolling them.
Well, you'll like Axis and Allies someday, but go ahead.
But I liked it where you try to put your dice on the board, like my dad said, getting all of one number or straights. My sisters weren't good at this game because you should play with like your own level, or it won't really be fair.
Yeah, that's why I beat Melody all the time. Okay, but anyway.
Also, it depends on luck.
Well, that's true. I mean, you got rolling of dice, so you got
the dice you roll, the harder it gets.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's Kerfuffle, rolling dice, mixing it with some Scrabble.
Number 75, Staple Links of America.
I read the book like 3 times.
The Scrambled States of America. There's a book for it?
Yep.
Oh, well, I guess that goes to show what I know. What you're trying to do in Scrambled States of America is you have several states in front of you that have funny faces on them, but they also have facts about the state. And we turn over a card, and it will say the first person to touch a state that has the letter M, or the first person with a state that has only one I, or the first person with a state whose capital has 3 syllables.
Or if its eyes are closed, or if it's smiling.
Right, there's all kinds of questions. I would say a good 75% of them actually have to do with the state. But the other 25% are kind of silly, like what color is the state, or, etc. But still, it's a speed game, and the first person to get rid of all their states is the winner. Why do you like it?
I like this game because I actually learned a few things while I was playing this
Educational.
game. No, not Asian.
Okay.
But I liked how the states had like different funny faces and different colors. Slapping the card and trying to be first. You should play with your own type of level, so it would be fair. But I beat my sisters in this game.
Didn't you just say that in the last game?
No?
Melody's a mean sister, always beating her sisters. Anyway,
I'm used to saying that I beat you.
Ah.
You should be happy I'm changing it to sisters.
Oh, okay. Well, that's Scrambled States of America.
Number 74, Coyote.
Coyote. Now this is the best version of Coyote. There's actually several versions of Coyote, but this one has headbands that you can take, and you can put these headbands on. And as the way to play the game is, I'm going to take a feather where there's a number on that feather that only I can see, and then I'm trying to guess the total value of everybody's cards. If I'm incorrect, then I'll take an axe to the head. And the game is just kind of a silly game like that, but you're trying to guess by what everyone else says and bluffs. little bit like Liar's Dice, but I actually think this is much more fun than Liar's Dice. Why do you like this game?
I like this game because I like the artwork, the like little axe and the feathers. Trying to guess what number, how much is out, like all around the table. You should be dead by now.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Sometimes kind of wondering why it's called Coyotes. It doesn't have anything to do with coyotes.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's in the rule book, but we'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
As for now, we should go to the next number because I'm about to die. 3.
Number 73, Kami Saddle.
Kamisado is a 2-player abstract strategy game in which you have pieces that move like queens in chess, except they can only move forward. And
diagonal.
Once you move a piece, the color space you land on is the color piece that your opponent has to move. And then they have to move to your side. That's the short, basic game. You can add more strategy to it. Why do you like Kamisado?
I like Kamisado because this is actually the smaller version.
Yeah, but I like this version better. I don't need the game to be gigantic.
Although we kept breaking the dragons off on accident.
Well, anyhow, not this one, the bigger one you mean.
Yeah. I like this game because I like the part where you're trying to move your pieces around, trying to get to the other side of the players. My strategy is simple, just move slowly. And you can't win.
Now, do you beat me in this one?
Sometimes.
Rarely. This is a game of strategy, and this is one I feel like I'm decently good at.
I'm still trying to find out his strategy, which is almost different every game. But I like how there's black and white, and I'm still trying to figure out what the little Chinese
Symbols mean? Well, anyway, that's Kamisado, a 2-player abstract strategy game. Now I gotta go kill the dogs.
Number 22, Winston.
Is this the one where you're like the thing is like moving and you're putting tents down?
Yes.
Okay.
Livingston is a game from Playroom Entertainment, and it's a game that Playroom Entertainment usually makes little smaller kids games, but this is a game in which players are shut the door. In which players are building tents, and it's very Euro-y. You're just trying to build tents down and get points in different spots, but at the same time you have to give money to Queen Victoria in a little box, and whoever has given her the least can't win the game at the end. Why do you like this game?
I like this game because I like the part where you're trying to get a lot of money and at the same time putting down tents as the game goes on. Last time I played this game I won, I think. I liked how you had little tents, which were kind of cute. The artwork was really good, I should say, and this game was a lot of fun to play with my parents.
Yeah, it's a really nice looking game, certainly a good family style game, and that's Livingston.
Number 71, Inking Gold.
Our final game for today is Inkin Gold.
And I just want to say my dad stinks at this game.
Inkin Gold. Let's see. It's on the People's Choice, actually. It's 125 for them, and it might be on mine. We'll have to see later. Why do you like Inkin Gold so much? I guess I should. Inkin Gold's a pressure luck game. You're going into a temple, trying to find jewels. You can come out any time you want, but the longer you stay in, the more jewels you'll get.
Comes out.
Yeah.
That's why he always loses.
I have never won Inkin Gold in my whole life, and I've played it over probably close to 100
Did he
times.
actually tie with last place once?
Did I tie for last place, or we tied? Maybe.
No.
But I'm always last.
I like
Proud of that.
this game because I liked how there's 5 stages to the game, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then you flip them over, but that's not the fun part of the game. I like the little tents where you hide all your jewels. Those were pretty cute. I also like the part where like your suspense starts coming up when you see more and more monsters come out, and at the same time more and more jewels, and you're like trying
Well, I'm just going to
figure
go
out-
farther when that happens. I don't care.
You came out once with lots of money and you won.
I never won the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, anyhow, that's Ink and Gold. That is the last one for today. Number 71. Come with us next Tuesday, and we will be taking a look at numbers 70 through 61, getting close to finishing off the first half of our list. We'll do that next week. You can find all this at Dicetower.com. You can find lists of these games and links to reviews if we've done reviews of them. You can also see Melody's top 100 list there, but also
Which are the best.
her father's top 100 list. You
Which
can see
aren't the
mine there.
best.
And the People's Choice top 100. Anyhow, until next time, I'm Tom Vasel,
And I'm Melody.
and we'll see you.
So long.
Melody Vasel's top 100 games of all time.